Hi, everyone, and welcome to our workshop. So today we're going to cover Huawei ads and pedal search, and we're going to give you some tips to drive growth from these platforms. I hope some of you, or I hope actually most of you, have already attended a keynote speech by Aoife, our colleague, about Huawei ecosystem and Huawei ads last week. What we're going to do today is to make a deeper dive into Huawei ads, our new advertising platform, and also paid and non-paid opportunities on Pedal Search, our search engine. My name's Alyssa. I'm a senior business growth manager for App Gallery team. I'm covering DACH region. And here with me today is Fernando, director for Pedal Search in Europe. So briefly, what are we going to cover today? The first part of the workshop is about Huawei ads. I'll be speaking most of the time about what it is, why you should be interested, types of our campaigns, targeting formats, and so on and so forth. And the second part is about showing you standard and innovative ways to acquire users on Pedal Search. So let's get started. Why should you consider Huawei devices and in general have App Gallery and Huawei ads as part of your growth strategy? First of all, it's a pretty sizable mobile audience. We have over 700 million registered Huawei ID users, and actually nearly 400 million of those are outside of China. There are also 500 million users coming to App Gallery every month, which is making it the third largest app store in the world. There is also more than 83 million premium users on newer Huawei devices, for example, Mate or P series. And their App Gallery is the primary app store. So basically, by not using Huawei ads or reaching them through our channels, you're excluding these users from your targeting. There are also users on older Huawei devices who have a choice between Play Store and App Gallery. However, by targeting them through other channels, you might not be sending them to the right app on App Gallery, which also is bad for user experience. So all of these are premium users. They spend a lot of time in the devices, and this is where your next purchase might be coming from. So Huawei Ads Platform and Pedal Search are here to help you to reach these audiences. What exactly is Huawei Ads? It is a full cycle solution for advertisers and publishers. It includes a DSP, an SSP, and of course a DMP. First-party, third-party content, such as native Huawei apps, browser, Huawei music, Huawei video, so on and so forth, and also third-party apps and websites. It reaches users in Huawei ecosystem across multiple channels and through a number of device types, and even provides a native tracking solutions for those who do not wish to use third-party trackers. A few words about Pedal Search. It is fully connected to Huawei ads, but it's also a standalone solution. It offers not only paid options, but premium spaces. And Fernando here on the call is going to talk about it in the second part of our presentation. Why should you consider Huawei ads? So the best three phrases that distinguish Huawei ads from the others would probably be the following. It is precise delivery, powerful placements, and performance results. So on precise delivery, obviously no other platform can target Huawei devices better than Huawei ads, like solely due to the fact that Huawei is also a device manufacturer. Like one more important thing is our platform is very transparent when it comes to targeting, and it will not leave the last word to AI, but to the advertiser. Second point is powerful placements. We have pretty unique placements on first and third-party apps, Huawei native apps, for example, App Gallery or also Pedal Search, all the placements in our ecosystem. And finally, performance results. Our solution is naturally ROI-driven. And also being a relatively new platform, we have pretty competitive prices for advertisers. So let's say you're an advertiser or an agency and you would like to give it a try. What's next? First of all, you need to get your app published on App Gallery if it's not there already. If that's the case, like if it's not there already, you can email us. We'll provide an email in the end, and we will help you through the process. We'll direct you to the right POC. But you can also just advertise your website. Here on the screen, you can see some of the benefits of partnership with Huawei. For example, if you are a direct advertiser, like not an agency, you can get trial amount to test Huawei ads for free. And by the way, this offer is ending in around 3 months, so you should hurry up. You can get dedicated support and a couple of other things. As a so-called normal partner, in this case, we're talking about agencies, you can get rebates based on your spend. Also, you can get a trial amount, a bigger one that you can split between your clients. You get access to betas, marketing events, and other incentives. And finally, as a certified partner, you get all of this plus a couple of other perks, such as personalized workshops, trainings, marketing events, whitelisting processes, and beta products. So literally, if you decide to get started with anything in Huawei ecosystem, the first step is always to sign up for a Huawei ID. If you already published an app, then you have already taken this step. If not, then you need to take this step. And the step number 2 is to go and create an account at Huawei Ads. Top it up with one of the currencies we accept in Europe. That's at the moment Euro, USD, and British pounds, and obviously Asian currencies. You need to prepare your assets, run the campaigns, get your invoices, the billing, and basically that's it about the process. Huawei Ads works on all stages of customer funnel, starting from increasing awareness and branding at the top of the acquisition funnel and ending with a specific conversion goal in mind. And of course, like retaining existing users. Which campaign type to choose depends entirely on where your customers are on this journey. For example, you can use display network for discovery and branding, or more sophisticated options on display, such as remarketing, to reach out to your current user base. Or you can run app install campaigns with CPI bidding to grow the user base of your app. Since we're here at the App Promotion Summit, we will assume acquiring and retaining users for your app is probably your main goal. The second campaign type on Huawei Ads is directly a campaign type on App Gallery, promotion on App Gallery. This is Huawei's flagship app store. And the third one is search campaigns. They let you reach users when they're looking for information on Pedal Search, our search engine. So you successfully created an account in Huawei Ads, and you see this. First, you need to choose a campaign type. As you can see here on the first screen, this is display, app gallery, or a search network. I will go on and speak about each one of them separately in the next slides. There are 3 levels in our campaigns: campaign level, task level, and creative level. One campaign can contain a large number of tasks. A task is basically, it's a path of a specific format to a creative to a specific placement. One task can contain several creatives. And of course, you are encouraged to upload at least a couple of versions and test them out. As you can see here in this example, once you start creating a campaign, it automatically goes on to create a new task. In our case, you need to paste in your app ID from App Gallery. For example, let's say the app ID of Huawei Health is C10414141. So you put it in there and you go on to choose your geo targeting and so on and so forth. So let's deep dive into our campaign types. Our display campaign type, which leads into our programmatic ads platform, in its turn has 3 types: web promotion to promote your website, app download campaign type, and app engagement, the latter of which allows you to re-engage users who already downloaded your app. You can see here an overview of bidding models: CPM, CPC, CPI, and soon to come CPA and OCPC, as well as some basic targeting options and more sophisticated ones. So the basic ones obviously being demo, location, gender, a very good selection of device targeting for obvious reasons. And more sophisticated ones include audience targeting, which I'm coming on onto this slide. So talking about audience targeting, basically, overall, it's quite similar to many other audience targeting on many other platforms, but there are 6 main audience types in our case. First one is customer tag. Here you can create an audience based on web page rules. For example, it can be a life stage, a likelihood of being married, or a likelihood of being single, language, recent location, professional status. Then so-called smart extension, it's basically lookalike audiences. Customer lists, these are customized audiences made up of your OAIDs. It's the same as ADIDs, but like for Huawei apps, OAIDs. Finally, two types of remarketing. One is app behavior remarketing, which is pretty interesting. So it can be users who install the app, use the app during a specific time, updated the app, uninstalled the app, or those who have not used the app in the last 7 days, or even interesting options such as those who have been downloading heavy stuff or streaming videos, thus consuming a lot of traffic, or those who first opened a lot of apps recently. Then ads retargeting is based on historical ad impressions, clicks, downloads. And finally, combined audiences, which is what it is. You can combine several audiences or cross them over. App Gallery campaign type and promotion. First, a little bit about App Gallery. It was launched in October 2018. It is the top third app store with more than 500 million App Gallery global monthly active users. So these are basically ads directly on our app store. It helps advertisers to improve discoverability and conversions in the store. Basically, besides organic promotion that you see on App Gallery, an app developer can appear on App Gallery as part of 4 placements. The recent placement of a featured page, app ranking and categories, keyword search, that's when a user is looking for keywords on the App Gallery search, and recommended apps. All the bidding is cost per download, CPD. A little bit more about each type. So category rankings help you increase your app exposure. You can set different bidding prices for different keywords. Then featured page, you can feature your app in the sections new apps we love, new games we love, another section app ranking or game ranking. Keyword search, basically you can guide the users to download your app. When a user enters related keywords before pressing the search button, that's when the ads appear. And finally, recommended apps let you skyrocket your CTR by placing your app in recommended list of apps when a user opens App Gallery for the first time. Here's an example, like that's the inside of Huawei Ads, and you're setting up the App Gallery paid promotion campaign. It's relatively easy to start. You don't need any assets, basically. It automatically pulls your logo. And I guess a small tip, like for anyone who's going to try this, I would say that the best for conversions is the recommended apps. Once a user downloads App Gallery for the first time, it's one of the first things that they see apart from like some organic campaigns on App Gallery. The third campaign type is search, and I'm going to leave it entirely to Fernando. A couple of words about creatives. We all know that in the competitive world of mobile advertising, a good creative can make or break a performance. So the first thing that you need to know about Huawei Creatives, they provide one-click seamless installation experience, and they're optimized for premium experience. We offer a number of standard mobile formats, such as interstitials, as well as some of the best performing formats for gaming, for example, rewarded videos. Overall, there are over 20 different formats, which can be grouped into these main groups that you can see on the screen. So for example, Splash, the first one, it is displayed when the app is launched. It displays images for 3 seconds or videos for 5 seconds. And the average CTR is twice higher than the industry average. Banners are ideal for heavy traffic scenarios with frequently accessed pages and lengthy stay times. Rewarded, in this case, it's rewarded video. It's good for proactive user interactions. It's highly attractive to game users. It has very good conversion rate, like according to our experience with gaming campaigns. Then native provides user-centric experience. It also has very good conversion rate in Huawei own apps. App icon is displayed when the app is launched, and it provides direct brand exposure. Then interstitial, It's creative displayed in full screen mode, and it's displaying at the natural in-app transition points. And finally, Smart Banner, that's something that we launched recently. It automatically creates 13 formats, and it's also providing pretty good results. Now we came to one of the most important parts. How do we measure the results of our campaign? So this is about measurement and attribution. We do have a built-in native app tracking up until the level of activation or first open and day 2 retention. However, we're also integrated with all major third-party trackers, such as AppsFlyer, Adjust, Kochava, Singular, and Seismic. And yeah, with them, you can basically track post-install events. Also, for websites, we offer a native web tracking solution, which is called App Gallery Connect. Another new feature that you can find probably only in Huawei apps is a free landing page creation optimization tool called Venus. You can access this tool in the toolbox section, and it is good, for example, if you have a good offer which simply doesn't fit into a small banner or a quick video, and you would like the user to see this information, to know just this information. So Huawei Ads provides a free landing page creation and optimization tool right in the interface of Huawei Ads. So according to our data, once we tested this tool, the CTR goes up approximately 20% compared to if you are leading it directly to the asset. Reporting, there is obviously a section for that in Huawei Ads. You can check it out and download all the reports for all your campaigns on the campaign, task, creative level in the reporting tab. There is a time graph. There is an option to compare specific results, for example, CTR to budget. Specifically for those using audiences, there are also a couple of ready-made pie charts and graphs with audience insights. Finally, I would like to talk a little bit about some of the best practices that we have found to be working for our clients and for our internal campaigns. So number one is about creative assets. As usual, they're extremely important. We have seen that our top performing campaigns have had the most attractive design, a very clear CTA and a clear promo offering. You can also use the creatives reporting in the reporting tab to optimize your creatives. Try to prepare all the formats. There's like 20 plus formats, like I said, or use at least 13 formats. It is better to cover as many placements as possible, run them for 2-3 days, then evaluate the results, switching off the least effective placements and actually duplicating the best performing tasks. In terms of efficiency, I would say rewarded video is the best format, followed by native video, native large, smart banner. And if your goal is to drive cheap downloads at scale, then running the campaign in a local language with many assets as possible is the way. We have 6 CPI targeting tasks. I'm not going to enumerate all of them, but obviously if you're running app download campaign, you should utilize all of them. Yeah, but however, like rewarded video, all of the formats, even those that you bid on CPC, are also working for gaming. So, and finally, that's gonna be the last thing for today from my side. We would like to highlight a case study by one of our agency partners who tried Huawei Ads for a number of their clients last year. So the partner is called App Samurai. I think they're definitely known in the app industry. They're a global mobile advertising and performance agency. They are backed by years of experience in mobile marketing and user acquisition, and they help apps rank higher in App Store via mobile ad campaigns. So one of my teammates ran several tests with 7 App Samurai clients, apps and games from different industries and several geos. The goal for the apps was new user acquisition, downloads in this case, and the secondary goal for the agency was, of course, to test new opportunities and alternative platforms for their customers. We used 16 creatives, mainly interstitial, rewarded videos, banners, and native for those campaigns. And also we used the best practices for optimizations that you just saw in the previous slide. The test ran for a month, the initial test, and then they went on further. And the results for the clients and the agency were pretty good. So at the moment, they would like to continue their investment and they're offering Huawei ads to their other customers. Here you can see a quote from App Samurai. Since we connected with Huawei ads platform, we have seen a significant uplift in our install to invent conversion rates and engaged user acquisition. Their inventory has thus proved itself to become very useful for our clientele. To match superior quality with ease of use, it is very easy to create campaigns with Huawei ads platform. That being said, App Samurai is proud to be a certified partner of Huawei. So we're proud to have them too. This was the end of my part, and I'm glad to hand it over to Fernando, who is going to talk to you through our pedal search solution. We will have a bit of time in the end, and we will absolutely take a couple of questions, but in the meantime, please feel free to post them in the chat, and don't forget about the poll.
Great. Thanks, Elisa. Let me start sharing my screen as well. And it was a great presentation so far. So let me cover pedal search. And we included this section because perhaps for most of you, this is a new source of traffic that you should consider when talking about user acquisition. So first of all, let's look at, well, what does it mean to be here? We normally think that sometimes we try to go and find that our path was blocked, and instead of turning around, why don't you consider exploring a less known trail? Why don't you come to discover new possibilities? And perhaps from now on, you will find that the world is full of alternatives that make your journey more complete and fulfilled. I'm here today to show you that there are new ways to connect with those people that search for your products, and it can happen in ways that you have not yet seen. So let us start this short 15 minutes trip that I hope will make you rethink about your strategy in the next coming months. For most of us who saw the history of the recent digital services, it all started in the first time when the internet was being under research on 1945. It started to grow really big, and we had a problem of finding information. So the first big search engines appeared back in the 90s. And then later on, we also came to the voice assistant almost 10 years ago. But right now, considering that we are now in the moment of a complete connected world, the connectivity has expanded, reaching all kinds of devices, and our smartphones are becoming almost the most powerful computers in the palm of our hands. We think it's the time for a new evolution of search engines. So welcome here to Pedal Search. What is Pedal Search? So Pedal Search opens a new way to find useful information, content, services, and it does include very innovative features. It comes preloaded in all of the new Huawei phones as a search bar and as an app. The application can be used in most of Android phones, so you can try it just by installing from App Gallery on any other Android device. Finally, it is fully open as a mobile web version in the pedalsearch.com website. So I really hope that those of you who have not yet tried it, please do it after this session, but please not now. So quick intro. It's a key element, Pedal Search, in the Huawei mobile services ecosystem, and it is available right now in more than 170 countries and regions. We are covering 50 languages entirely and more than 20 categories or vertical areas in different aspects. And it's growing quite fast. We are expecting a threefold growth over this year. It's fully ready for smartphones, tablet, foldable phones. Very soon it will reach other devices like televisions or connected vehicles, etc. And in the past 10 months since we launched, we have released more than 9 official new versions, almost once per month, going very fast on the innovation and showing new features month after month, which shows the real DNA in Huawei for innovation and our commitment to deliver the best experience to our users. The last figures that we've shared, we have surpassed more than 18 million users monthly worldwide just in 9 months after we launched. And that growth is going really high. What you can find in Pedal Search are more than 20 categories. So it fully covers the mobile user experience with rich result cards. And it goes from weather to shopping to news to visual search. Yes, you can use your camera to snap a picture and search for shopping information, translations, places, etc. Go for movies, series, hotels, flights, restaurants, you name it. But there is one aspect that other search engines do not have. There are 3 sections by the moment so far where Pedal Search gives you recommendations before you are actually start searching for anything. These are focused on nearby, so local services, shopping, and travel, as these are usually the main categories where users and partners like you, maybe, are willing to offer paid services, products, offers, and promotions. So I will come back to this later. So by now you should be wondering, how do I get into Pedal Search to drive my user acquisition? Well, there are 2+1 ways to show to work with us. The 2 first are the obvious one that you would expect from a search engine: SEO, so search engine optimization; SEM, so search engine marketing campaigns; and premium, that I will cover. So on the SEO one, it's very easy. You just kind of find out how Pedal Search works. There are public information out there. Our big ranking criteria is public, so we really recommend you to get familiar to it, follow our guidelines, but we will not cover this topic in this session. The second is the SEM, which is fully managed by Huawei Ads, as my colleague Alisa has just presented. So here we are talking about text ads, shopping ads, apps ads, and very soon adding brand box ads, local ads, hotel ads that we are just about to finish and releasing. And finally, the premium one that I will cover later, which are prominent locations in Pedal Search where you can get an extra boost of traffic by combining some action with us. So let's get deeper into SEM. Let's start with the text ad. It's the usual way to place your ad close to the intention of the users when they are searching for what they need. So there is no need to tell you how important this is for your service and product. And the process is really simple. First, get and log in into your Huawei Ads account, select the search network and search ads here. Then establish your bidding budget, define your region and language, select your ad format. At this moment, we are supporting these 4 formats, which goes from large screen, small screen, large image, small image, multiple images, or just text. You can also add extension to it so that you can have shortcuts to elements or spaces on your application or your website. Then set up the duration. The CPC is the model that we are running right now, and set the minimum bid. Select the keywords that will trigger your campaign, and you're ready to go. On tips, as you can see here, we are recommended that you go on very clear campaigns, so broad match keywords. Try to use images as much as you can, because we think that this really enhance the experience of the users. And follow a simple structure and go for short tail keywords. And you can also run some branding, taking some generic keywords at this moment. And you can use extension for sure. But what happens if you want to sell products? Then we can talk about shopping ads. Ads are also very important when you are selling those things, and search engines are mostly used to search for things before you actually buy. Even in some reports from Salesforce, 80% of the people going shopping are actually beginning searching for it. So in this case, what you need to do is send us your product catalog to the tool, which is the Pedal Merchant Center. I'm not covering this right now, but it's very similar to similar tools in other search engines. So we get your feed and go to Huawei Ads, then select your campaign as shopping ads in this case, not search, set the duration, set your bidding budget, the region, the minimum bid for the CPC, and finally select those categories from the feed that you shared with us before. So it's very, very easily to do that. The tips here are very important. So we really encourage everybody to take care of the quality of the feed, because everything here is done automatically. So all of the keywords and the selection of the products to advertise will come from the quality of that feed. So product description, good quality pictures, etc., that will make you appear on those spots. As you can see, the spots are on the All tab. When we detect that there's intention for shopping, in the shopping tab, when there's a matching on that, and if there are multiple ads, we will run this carousel that you can see on the right. Alisa mentioned that apps can also get promoted, and it's true. On Payroll Search, we also have some spaces for promoting apps. In this case, you can see that we can present apps while people are searching for something. Before they start typing for something, we are suggesting them some potential apps that they might be willing to take. So we are exposing some apps from App Gallery there. When we detect that they are searching for an app, we can also recommend similar apps in the All tab. And finally, we have a dedicated tab for apps. Most of you have seen that Payroll Search have been also helping users finding apps. And so there is a tab that we have on the search result, and we can also present advertising there. And then we have the brand boxes. This is yet another innovation. You will see many things that perhaps you've never seen before. So brand boxes are another important innovation brought by Payroll Search. If you want to highlight your presence in Payroll Search, it's very easy. Then what you need to do is prepare your brand identity materials and create a brand box that you would prefer. So you can start from a standard one. You can do even bigger, like the advanced one. If you're having e-commerce, we can offer you this brand box full of icons and direct access, or the VIP one that contains almost all aspects from your brand, including official network profiles, links to download your apps, etc. These boxes are only available to the real owners of those brands and will be shown with some combinations of brand-related keywords. Many companies have already created these brand boxes with our support, but very soon this element will be offered through Huawei ads. So you can run them on CPM model, and we definitely recommend that you consider this exposure, because you take over the whole experience of the search engine when we are presenting your brand box in front of the users. But then let's move to the premium part. So these are sections that perhaps these are part of the different route that I told you at the beginning. Sometimes this new route can give you these unexpected surprises. This is the case now. In this blog, I will show you some premium positions that you could hardly dream about in other search engines. Let's start with the channels. These are sections that we created to give recommendations on certain categories before actually searching for anything. So the search engine takes a proactive role. In each of these sections, the search bar will give you results associated to that category. First, on the left, you can see our nearby section. Did you know that around 50% of the searches have some local intent? In this section, the user can easily find types of services, lists, suggestions near him, or he may change the location to the city he wishes. We've launched this recently, and the growth is being exponential at this moment. We are doubling users every month. Second is our shopping channel, which is providing the user with product recommendations and shortcuts to certain categories. So in this area, the results are going really well. We are growing at more than 50% DAU in the last 30 days, and we are expanding the reach and exposure much bigger. And finally, the travel area, which is recovering slowly along this year, but we have a big hope for them, have a section to present destinations, events, guides, flights, and any kind of travel-related experience. The first figures that we are seeing in flights and hotel search have a very high CTR at this moment, with around 40 to 60%. So what these spaces that you've just seen in these channels are managed at local and regional level, and we are able to place informations, offers, and promotions either with some editorial criteria or with automatic recommendations. These ad slots are not connected to Huawei ads by the moment. These are mainly offered to certain partners or certain promotions that we think are valuable for the user. We can allocate ads, for instance, in the carousel, in the top carousel, for certain periods and countries. We can place icons for your brand among the rest of the icons. We can include offers as recommended destinations or lists. This is what we call joint operation, and is meant to offer high quality information and benefits to Payroll Search users. So here we are here to listen up to to your suggestions, recommendations. We prefer, if there are some exclusive offers, we can even promote it in a win-win collaboration and adding more resources to promote that traffic. But let me bring you another innovation. Who of you wouldn't like to have a dedicated search result for your service? Well, in parallel search, this can happen. When the service or information is very relevant and useful to the users, we can consider developing a box presenting that information in a very user-friendly way. Examples, we have many. Until now, and much more are developing. We are doing, for instance, boxes for umbrella sharing in Singapore, which is very unique to that market, or a strikes calendar in France, or real-time COVID restrictions measures in Spain that we are about to release, working with a startup, or praying times in the MENA region. So this is an option that we are giving to some of the partners, and this is perhaps something that you could never expect from other search engines. But we have many more options to increase the awareness and traffic to certain products and campaigns that could also improve your user acquisition. All of the elements that I will show you here will be time limited. We categorize them in 3 big blocks, depending on how big is the exposure or reach. So the first thing that we can do in combination with the campaigns that we saw before is perhaps changing the call to action message in our desktop widget. Imagine that it says, now book your ticket for whatever. So we can do that on a time-limited basis to try to increase the awareness and presence of some collaboration or partners, and more than 45% of our users are now entering through that link. We can also grant push notifications that can reach from few tens of thousands to millions of people, depending if we enlarge the scope and to multiple countries. And our CTRs are very high, are going normally on average between 4 to 7 or even higher. We can add certain keywords to the search bar. We can allocate one of the icons to one campaign or a partner. And finally, we can also include some top keywords to the general list or add recommended searches. So these high value elements, which can take you new users, are considered more for long-term partnerships and with clear benefits to parallel search users. But we can definitely get them on board. And as a last surprise, something that you can find in other search engines as well, we are also defining and launching regular seasonal campaigns that normally present offers or key messages from current partners or create some gamification to increase the engagement of users in parallel search. For those campaigns, we count on you and your participation by giving us assets, promotions that we can get you onboarded so that we can get you onboarded with the proper timing. This is how we truly understand partnerships, by joining forces to make parallel search more attractive and also driving traffic and revenue to our partners. Here you can see some examples from the campaign that we did on Black Friday, on Christmas, on New Year, the one that we are about to launch for Easter, and also the campaigns that we are running, or some of those banners that you saw before that we are right now live doing some promotions, in this case with tickets. The CTR that we've been having when we are combining these actions, this attraction and this push notification have been really high. And during Christmas, we reached even between 16 to 22% of CTR there. So to sum it up, we are here to drive you to this, excuse me for a second. So there are 4 main messages here from Huawei Ads and Parallel Search team. Just closing this session, you can reach the premium Huawei users in the best possible way. And you have this option that Alisa described before, so like display, search, and app gallery campaigns. That's fully clear. The 3 main elements of Huawei Ads are precise delivery, the powerful placements, and the performance-oriented results. We've also shown you that in parallel search, you have these premium positions that are an additional way of boosting traffic to your service, to your contents, or to your apps. And we really care about partnerships. And that's why we are having this additional collaboration that perhaps you couldn't expect from other search engines here. And finally, what do you need to do now? So it's very simple. If you want to get on Huawei Ads, very simple. Just go create and register for your free advertiser and agency account on that website. download the playbook that we've released very recently about all of the learnings, insights, and step-by-step information about that. And you can contact us on that email address. Petal Search is perhaps more bigger or much bigger than what we discussed today. There are many tools that you could use for getting organic results. We have not covered that here. There will be more webinars along this year. So you have some links there to those tools. You can all run your SEM campaigns immediately with Huawei Ads that is already connected and available. And you can connect with us for premium campaigns later on, as we have just described. So I think that's all for now. We still have some time perhaps for a couple of questions. So James.
Great. Okay, that was really interesting. Quite a lot to cover. I didn't realize how much of how sort of extensive the platform was. So, okay, if we've got a few questions, if you don't mind. So Alina, who is from a FinTech app, and she's asking, is it possible to get the presentation slides? Well, I think we'll definitely have the recording available later. I don't know, the slides.
Hi, James. I can see the questions on my other laptop, so
yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
And myself and Fernando. So presentation slides, yes, first of all, like James said, it will be a recording, so you will get the recording later. But I think what you can do right now is to go and download the white paper. It literally has everything and even more that we presented in this presentation. James?
And Dominic is asking, are smart bidding features for Petal Search ads already planned, or when are they going to be available? I guess he means sort of optimizing the bidding and.
Yep, we don't have it yet supported. It's planning. It's on the roadmap for this year. So we'll keep an eye on that. And please, we will be updating our playbook that we've just released. So keep an eye on that, because we'll be communicating that very soon.
Great. And Stephanie Schultz is saying, we operate the biggest electric vehicle charging network in Switzerland, EV Pass. We'd like to advertise to new and existing users of EV Pass. How would you recommend for us to get started on Huawei Ads?
Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. So I assume you have an app and a website. So what you can do right now is actually start advertising the website, like for a bit of branding to these users that you're not reaching yet, specifically the Huawei premium users that I'm talking about. And to get new and existing users, I guess like I would start with Huawei Ads campaigns for getting new users, so app download campaigns. And once you have enough, then I would go on to remarketing to the existing users.
Okay, got it. And Rowena is asking, what sort of geos can you reach with this platform? Is it mainly sort of China, Asia, or where in EMEA, or can you reach?
So all of EMEA, even though we recently launched in Europe, we actually started a couple of years ago in China, but basically it's everything, well, except US.
Right. Got it. So most
but, yeah,
EMEA.
I just want to add to this one that, yeah, right. It's pretty big now in EMEA, in Europe. And like, I'm personally managing a lot of partners that are advertising in EMEA. So yeah.
Great. And Art would like to know, what sort of categories are you seeing sort of growth in terms of the app gallery and I guess also the ad platform?
Yeah, so I have seen a lot of growth coming from gaming, if we're talking like Europe per se. And yeah, to be honest, like all types of gaming. And in terms of non-gaming apps, it is a lot of entertainment, a lot of business, news, reading apps, sports, health. I don't know if it's due to pandemic. Surprisingly, I have seen like some travel apps joining as well. So yeah, these are the main categories that I have seen grow on App Gallery in Europe.
Got it. And Alex is asking about LATAM. Does it cover LATAM? He's from Call App.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the right. As far as I know, yes. Yeah.
Right, great. And we also have a question from Iztak, who's saying, what about targeting? I guess he's trying to reach a B2B audience. Can you target on profession or job title or business related criteria?
I personally haven't tried it yet. So, I cannot like answer the question like with a lot of details. I think so, but let me double check with a couple of colleagues who have tried this, and we will reply on this chat later.
Great. And I guess, Fernando, presumably there's some sort of targeting you could do on the petal search for profession or kind of business terms.
So all of the targeting, as I mentioned before, when doing ads on Petal Search will be managed from Huawei Ads. So all of the selection of the audience will come when you are setting up your campaign on Huawei Ads. So
yes, profession
in this
for
case,
sure, but the rest, like, sorry.
No, that's correct, Alisa. So basically, Petal Search here is preparing the places and triggering the ads at the right moment. So those same campaigns that you've seen are fully managed from Huawei Ads.
Good, great. Well, we're out of time, but it was really good insight into the platform. Really exciting to see what you're doing. And yeah, really appreciate you coming on today and taking part.
Thank you.
Great. And what's the best way for people who want more information? I think we posted a few links. You've got the playbook. We posted a link to as a couple of emails here. Is that probably the best way to keep in touch?
That is the best, but I just wanted to add, if you're based in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, please reach me on LinkedIn because I'm responsible for those regions, or you can choose to write the official email address.
Right. Okay, good. Okay, well, maybe we'll paste your LinkedIn.
Yeah. My case is similar. I'm taking care of the whole Europe for search operations. So you can reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Right.
You have my email also on the last slide as well, and we can point you to the right contact people for search as well.
Great. All right. Well, thanks very much.
Well, glad to be here. See you soon then.